Hello people. That is a phrase I have probably uttered over 5,000 times. I know this because I've got at least 2,000 videos on YouTube where I've said it at the beginning. And in those videos, a number of them, I've done my introduction over again multiple times because I'm a perfectionist and want to get my intro sounding just right. It's got to be at least over 5,000 times. I know that Achar is sick of hearing me say it. What is this video about? It's called Deconstruction 1 Hello People. We're approaching 1 million subscribers fairly soon, and I thought what could be interesting is breaking down some of the nuances of the channel that you guys might be interested in hearing the origins about. The introduction and outro of this channel. Why do I always have a female guest more often than not? What is it like editing one of these videos and walking you guys through that all the way from start to finish where you can actually see me edit a video, maybe me approaching someone I've never spoken to before and inviting them to be on the channel and what that looks like. What equipment do I have? Like, I don't know. I would love to hear from you in the comments on this. We can interact to kind of figure out what I'm gonna talk about next and how I'm gonna talk about it. I would really love to know what you wanna know to help me kind of figure out what videos we're gonna do. The continuance of this series, this mini-series, as we like to call it in the States, it hinges on your interest in it. Meaning, if each video gets less than 1,000 views or whatever, I'm probably not gonna continue and this might be the only one. If with subsequent videos, you guys continue to show interest in it and interact with me, then I'll definitely keep doing it until we've explored whatever there is to explore. This is not gonna be an ongoing series because there's only so much I can talk about with regards to my channel. It's not as if like I'm doing something crazy like Unbox Therapy or MKBHD or Linus Tech Tips. It's a fairly simple arrangement with a lot of complex nuances that go on. So whatever you guys are curious about, let's talk about it in the comments and we'll see what we can do. So, hello people, where does that come from? Let's start at the very beginning, back in 2014, I believe. When my channel first started to get traction, when it first started to get like some serious mileage going on and I started to get noticed, there was a MCN called Maker Studios. MCN stands for Multi-Channel Network. There's a number of these that exist that basically grab onto channels that are doing well and offer to help them take it further through a number of ways. And so Maker Studios was my MCN for a while, for 2 years in fact. And one of the first things they said to me was, you need a consistent intro and outro. People like that. People gravitate towards that. I don't know if there's any truth to it. I assume they knew what they were talking about because they were the multi-channel network. Every time I watch an MKBHD video, his intro music is always different, unlike mine, which has been largely the same for the past 2 years or so. But his logo is generally always the same. And I think he always says peace at the end of his videos. Some things are consistent and, it's cool. He's got style and whatever. We're not talking about MKBHD, we're talking about Jaby KOAY. So, hello people. That was the phrase I chose. I went for that one in particular because it's short. I have this whole thing in my mind about having a short introduction, getting to the point as quickly as possible. If you see me have a long intro, it's because I think it might be amusing, interesting, entertaining. It's a little bit like off the cuff feeling. I will keep a longer intro if I feel like it might be amusing for you guys or just interesting in general. But hello people is the quickest phrase I could think of that gets the point across, could be exciting, it's got energy to it, and we can move on from there. The specificity of the words, hello people, hello seemed different from what's up, which is what most people say nowadays. That's what the cool kids say. And hello is just different. It's like, even though it's a very common word, it's not often spoken as an introduction on videos. So the word people was actually inspired by Kevin Hart, because in his first 2 stand-up specials that I saw on Netflix, which I absolutely loved, he used the word people over and over again throughout his special. Like, I know what I'm talking about, people. He would say it over and over again. I thought it was just the coolest sounding thing. And so I just adopted it. I'm like, okay, hello people. And it just stuck. And you guys liked it, I think. That's where hello people comes from. How I say it actually matters to me. Sometimes I'll say it and it sounds wrong, or it sounds like it's coming out of my mouth too fast, and I will stop and do my introduction again. Like, hello people. Like, I feel like that right there was way too fast, and there's no way I would let that live in a video. Sometimes I do if I feel like I just gotta get the video out really fast, but generally speaking, I like to enunciate it better. Hello people. I like to have a little bit of energy to it, and I like to slow it down just a smidge so that you can actually hear what I'm saying. In case it's the very first time you're watching me, I want you to know what I said there. So peace out, where does that come from? That actually has a much simpler origin, which is Skeeter. Skeeter is the one that inspired that phrase in me. He's been doing it pretty much his whole life, and so I've been doing it most of my life. because he inspired that in me. I believe it stems from African-American culture in general, and it's largely made its way into just general American culture. The funniest thing is, this is just a fun fact, in the UK, this actually means F you. I didn't know that. I had a number of UK subscribers who were telling me that, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep doing this because that's just what I've grown up with. It's part of my personality, my culture. It's what I do. I tried doing this for a while, but it just felt weird and awkward, so I went back to this. And with India becoming, you know, the majority audience for me, I'm like, this is even more fun to do because I'm giving it to the Brits in a way. Not so much. I don't really think of it like that, but it's just kind of like a fun little notion, a side notion. For me, I don't ever think F you. I'm always thinking in a very endearing way, goodbye, I'll see you next time. That's always my thought. It's never anything malicious. That's just a weird side note. But yeah, all came from Skeeter. Peace out. If you don't know who Skeeter is, you can just do a search on my YouTube channel. You'll see videos with him, SKI-TER. And yeah, that's the intro and outro, I believe. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can add to it, but I think that covers it. More than likely, as soon as I hit pause on this video, I'll think of other things, and then it's too late, it's a wrap. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments though. What else do you want me to deconstruct about the channel that I haven't talked about before or haven't talked in depth about? Let me know in the comments, and I'll try my best to interact with you guys and see what we can do next. I really am interested to know what you guys want to know. That's it for now. Thanks so much for hanging out. Love y'all. I'm Jaby KOAY. Peace out.